Welcome, Taurus, to your August 2016 general reading. I'm also going to weave in some love messages during the reading for those of you who are interested. I'm also hoping to post the mid-month love readings for August a little later on this month. In the meantime, I hope this will be useful for you. So what messages do you have for Taurians for the month of August? Taurus, so sense of abundance for the month of August, a sense of satisfaction and foundation being restored. Your foundation card is the Two of Swords, so that's kind of what this reading is centered on, and it feels like maybe there was some sort of impasse or deadlock emotionally and mentally, like you were at crossroads or cross purposes regarding a situation. But coming into August, I feel, there's more a sense of completion on some sort of internal struggle that you've had. Things are starting to look up. In fact, it's not that it's starting to look up, it feels like you are on stable ground. You are starting to create, and you are bringing in your own creative energies, and you're sitting on your throne. Being the Empress, you're sitting on your throne, and you're feeling quite satisfied and quite empowered. You're within your power. There's a sense of also strength and inspiration and creativity. Like the Empress can also be about birthing, being ready to birth something. You feel you're ready for something. That's the feeling I'm getting, like you are ready now. Maybe in the past you were deadlocked, you were at cross purposes, you had two ways you could look at something and you weren't sure which way was the right way. Now you're sure, now you know where you're coming from and where you want to head. There's also financial stability. I feel that, and I feel like there's more of that coming. And maybe finances have been held back from you in the past. There have been some financial issues, and certainly that's indicative here of the Five of Pentacles being the reason why you've maybe felt deadlocked. The Sun in this position is what you're in the dark about, which is quite a juxtaposition, the Sun and the darkness together, and maybe you haven't seen things clearly. You haven't had that passion or that motivation, that drive for something. Maybe you were waiting for something externally to happen for you. You were waiting for the sun to shine. Maybe you felt so burdened, and again with the Two of Swords, she's wearing blindfolds, so she's in the dark. She can't see, and the sun, she was waiting for the sunshine to come out, but really the sun was always within her, which is the Empress. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense on some level, because I'm trying to read the energy and it doesn't always come out logical, but to me that's the feeling I'm getting. I'm trying to interpret the feelings I'm getting as I'm reading. There's definitely been some sort of financial frustrations and feeling like you were held back financially, and that was probably the reason why you couldn't move forward, or you didn't feel empowered. You didn't feel that you could do something on your own. The The Five of Pentacles can also be clinging to old patterns, to karmic patterns, to old relationships that are not healthy, that two people are brought together for a karmic reason, and you stay together well beyond the time that you needed to grow, and you become dependent on that other person for the wrong reasons. You're attracted to a relationship for the wrong reasons. That's another interpretation of the Five of Pentacles. What I'm feeling though is that you've outstayed something. You outstayed a situation. You hung in there when it was falling apart, and you knew it was falling apart on some conscious level. And that's probably where you felt deadlocked emotionally and mentally. Like mentally you knew something, emotionally you felt overwhelmed by it. You felt overwhelmed by your emotional connection to this situation, and your rational mind wasn't being utilized to bring balance to the situation. Two of Swords is always about balancing the duality of a situation, looking at it from both sides equally, and coming to a consensus. And I feel like that's where you're headed now, to a sense of consensus. And I also feel like maybe with the Sun card in this position, what you're in the dark about, maybe you haven't felt happy, maybe you haven't felt lighthearted, maybe, you know, in the past couple of months it has felt difficult for you, both financially and emotionally and mentally. You felt like, you know, it has been kind of dark for you. But I do feel like there's things coming in, and I think these things that are coming are from a sense of stability, security, and financial gain. The King of Pentacles is in the position of, it's in your advice position. So the advice for you is not only are you the Empress, but it's also saying that you need to take control. You need to take control as well as be receptive and nurturing and creative. It's like you need to take control of your physical world. You need to take control of your financial situation. You need to be both these to bring about more stability and abundance and creation on a physical plane. From a relationship perspective, it feels like maybe you were attracted to the wrong people in the past, or maybe you were focusing on the wrong things in a relationship. And you might even have a choice between two partners. Now, the choice may be between an air sign, which is Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, or the King of Pentacles, which is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. The advice is to focus on stability and security. Focus on something that's stable and secure for you. To be that within yourself. And from that you will gain the Ten of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card for someone who has been lacking in some way financially, and things are starting to come in the right direction now financially, and stability and whatnot. So if there's been deadlock about work or finances, you're on the right path now. You just need to take control. You need to be the leader, and you need to find the strength within you, because you have what you need. You have the balance. And there's a lot of, I feel like the pentacles are always yellow, and or the gold, I guess, and gold is wealth, abundance. There's the yellow, the sun shining, and so that's increase and joy and happiness and stability. So there's more of that coming. But you might also have to deal with a King of Swords. So maybe there's opposition to you, or maybe the opposition is within yourself. But there might be something coming in the source of a opposition through a King of Swords who's very mental, cerebral, he's wanting to cut you down almost. Hold your strength, because you are coming into a state of security here. I'm just trying to get some more messages, because there's a lot here. There's a lot of different messages I can interpret, so I'm just trying to get the main ones. You're coming into your own. That's what I'm hearing very clearly. And you are more aware of your own sense of empowerment and strength. And you might have conflict with someone coming. And maybe this is related to the conflict where someone will push your buttons. Someone will try to destabilize you mentally, take you off course, or who comes across as being stronger than you. Be aware of that. Don't give in to that energy. What else is there here? There's definitely a lot of earth energy here, with the Empress and the Five of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. All of those are, for me, very earthy, stable, grounded energies. The Five of Pentacles is more about needing to change an old karmic pattern. You're in the middle of change. And certainly you have been changing and growing. And you're reaching your Ten of Pentacles, which is actually great, because the Ten of Pentacles is right above the Five, so it's doubled almost. Your energy has almost increased, or your energy will increase by double when you take control, when you take charge and use your sense of empowerment and knowing, inner knowing, to guide you. In a love relationship, you're going to feel very comfortable. King of Swords, for me, can either be one of three things. An air sign. It can be someone who's very cutting with their words and who has very sharp and brutal way of looking at things and will put you down. They're very good at putting you down. Very cerebral. Or it can relate to the Emperor card, which is strength and guidance and leadership quality as well, because they're very similar energies for me when I'm doing a reading. So it may well be that someone comes along who has that sense of strength that will guide you and be stronger for you. Or maybe it is that you have to make a decision between two people, or make a decision about one person, whether or not they're the right person for you. Let me draw a card from the Midnight Sun Tarot. I just like these because they give me very swift information and clarity. So what message do you have as clarity or clarification for... Oh, there's two cards. Oh, okay. The Star and the Ace of Wands. The Star is an interesting card in this tarot deck. The Ace of Wands is new beginnings, new creative beginnings, fire, passion, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And funnily enough, Aries got that before you in the last reading I did. I feel that the star is indicating a reconciling of some description, a reconciling of different angles, and coming to one conclusion, which is the Eight of Wands. Both of these cards relate to action and movement. So maybe even a sense of healing, and the Empress again can relate to healing ability, healing of a situation, healing yourself. And I do get that quite strongly. Healing of a relationship even. A phoenix rising from the ashes, maybe an old relationship gets healed. Maybe you were in two minds about a relationship and you finally have made the decision, and you will move forward with a healing and bringing about change and merger and passion again. The star is related to Aquarius, so maybe a healing in a relationship with a air sign. And again, the star in this deck to me also points to receptivity. You can see the female has her hands outstretched, and it's a sense of receptivity, so receiving healing. A sense of healing and receiving. And she's bathing in water, but it looks like milk almost. So it's nurturing, and milk is nurturing on some level. Again, the Empress is about nurturing as well. So I see a lot of correlations here. So from a relationship perspective, there may well be a healing of a situation with maybe an air sign. Or someone certainly that has those qualities of an air, who's very cerebral, and also a very strong person as well. Whether it's a female or a male, the energy is very strong. This person is your equal. They're two kings, two king energies. So it feels like this person is your equal. The Two of Swords again, the duality, the impasse, but also either side. It could go either way, or there's strength on both sides. So this is probably related to that also, that there are two strong energies, whether they're male or female. It doesn't matter, but both energies are yang and very strong and very much within their own power. There is that sense of empowerment in this reading as well, and there's also a sense of family and togetherness and building together something stronger and something emerging from the past. Like I said, the phoenix, you can see the Ace of Wands there, rising from the ashes. Something re-emerging or growing from passion and motivation and desire. It's an interesting reading. I'd love to hear how you all interpret this in your own lives, because there's certainly quite a few messages coming through. But I feel like the energies for August are actually quite positive, and I feel like that there is a sense of emergence. Okay, all the best, Taurus.